Now, I think both of us would love to sit here and talk about the next segment and talk about the NBA playoffs. Unfortunately, one of the team's owners who's in the playoffs has been recorded saying some rather, I guess, shocking things for some people who haven't done a little bit of homework and done some reading. I'd say for the rest of us, and by us, myself, I'm with one of the ESPN guys named Bomani Jones, and I'm like, I'm really not surprised. Like, if you go and you do your homework on Donald Sterling, who's the owner of the Clippers and bought them in '81, and you look at this guy's track record, okay,
he fucked up.
I mean, what he said is just, okay. I totally understand who this came from. I mean, he's a racist. He's a bigot. He's somebody who's got a plantation owner's mindset. He likes the African Americans when they can do something for him, and if they can't, then he doesn't even really want to be in the same room with them. Right. It's just.
It's you know, it is, man. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, their jaws dropped. I mean, now, would you expect anything else from this motherfucker? First of all, because the girl who's doing it all is straight setting him up. I mean, that doesn't condone anything. No. We all know that. We know he's a fucking racist. We've known he's a racist. People said that's why the Clippers organization has been cursed and hasn't won championship because they have a fucked up owner. This has been going on for years, everybody. And then these comments, you know, come out, and now we've got Twitter and fucking Facebook, everything, and the social media age is just so crazy that bam. You know, it's an explosion. But it's been there, George. You and I know it. This guy's been fucked up for fucking years. Yeah. And this girl, I mean, you know, she straight took advantage of it. She's like, oh, I'm going to catch this motherfucker. Because, I mean, I'm going to ask you guys this question. Why does a girl that's half African-American and Mexican, okay, this cute girl, go out with some old crusty-ass motherfucker, okay, that is a bigot? Okay, she knows he's a bigot. Okay, he's known as a bigot around town. Why are you fucking kicking it with this guy? And the guy has a wife. Okay, why the fuck are you kicking? It's all about fucking the Benjamins. You know what I mean? And so she was like, and George, no one could have said it better. She had an exit plan.
She had an exit plan. She got involved. She's like, oh, I'll be your side piece. And then they were sitting there probably lounging on his private jet or up in, you know, one of his condos someplace. And he dropped the N-bomb or called somebody the S word that you'd call Hispanics when you're not happy with them. And then she was like, And then she looked at the lifestyle she was living and got real comfortable with probably a driver and a Maybach and a Ferrari and multi-thousand-dollar shopping sprees. I mean, you get accustomed to that. And supposedly he had called her today to talk to her about the other tapes, because she said, I've seen numbers between 45 and 100 more hours of tape. And she's like, talk to my lawyers. So there's her exit plan. She wants to get broke off. And let me tell you, to a multi-billionaire, what's 10 million? Yeah. I mean, she knew what she was doing, you know, and you know what? Rightfully so, good. Because this motherfucker has done so much cruddy shit in the past, and now it's come back to finally biting his ass. Dude, he got fucking hooked up with a gold digger that said, you know what? I ain't putting up with this shit. I'm setting your ass up. Well, the thing, you know? there's two things that have absolutely failed the system. First off, David Stern's punk ass. Failed. He failed, and he failed miserably. And what I mean by that is he bought the Clippers. I mean, Donald Sterling bought the Clippers in 1981. Since then, he's had to he lost a lawsuit, a discriminatory lawsuit, where he had to pay money. Like he was found guilty that he did these things to prevent from certain people living in his housing developments. Because that's how. In case anyone wants to know, he's the largest landowner in Beverly Hills. That's how this man's made shit ton of money.
He makes shit tons of money. And I'm going to tell you what, and he's weaseled some things because for some reason or another, he must have been really fucking flying as straight as he can, because do you know dude was slated to get an NAACP award next month? I swear to fucking God.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, so as long as it's not front page news, as long as those checks don't bounce, here's your award, cracker. I mean, I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. And the comment out of all this that blows me away the most is they talk to his grimy ass wife, and she says, oh, the comments he made is despicable. It wasn't despicable when you were sitting in the house and he was saying that bullshit. Now it's despicable? Where were you 10 years? Where were you? Oh, I know where you were. You were falsifying yourself as a government agent, going from room to room in the apartment building, basically doing your own census operation for your grimy ass husband so you could find out where the quote unquote smelly Africans are and the Mexicans who sit around and smoke and drink all day. Those are direct quotes from Donald Sterling. And yes, his wife did do that. I'm not making that up. So for her to come out there and say this is disgusting, bitch, shut your mouth. You do not want people going in your closet.
Yeah, it's obviously she's fucking co-signed to all his fucking bullshit. I mean, including the fact that I don't see her fucking. I mean, maybe in the near future she'll run towards divorce court or whatever the fuck. But she obviously, I mean, come on, man. She doesn't know this motherfucker has girlfriends. She doesn't. I mean, she knows of all the other dirty, grimy shit he's done in the past. No, she was suing
his girlfriend.
Excuse me?
Oh yeah. Donald Sterling's wife is suing his girlfriend. That's another reason why people think she needed this money, because she got caught and she was being sued for something. I don't know what you sue somebody's mistress for. I don't.
Right.
Normally you just file for divorce.
For giving a better blowjob than you can.
I'm
going to sue you because you sucked my husband's cock better than I did.
Yeah,
you know what?
I mean,
I'm slapping you with a fucking blowjob suit.
And then Donald Trump comes out and goes, he was set up. So what? He made the comments, you dummy. And then on top of it, and then it's like, really, you want Donald Trump to back you? Oh man, it's just messy. And then the other thing that kills me is they're expecting the NBA commissioner to have any power. Do you not understand the NBA commissioner works for him? He does not work for the NBA commissioner. The commissioner gets appointed by the owners. The only people that can do anything about this are the owners. And if the owners set this precedent, do you know what that means for the rest of the rest of the owners who think this way? They better button up, check all the recordings, go find all their mistresses, girlfriends, get all their closets closed up and throw away the key, because they're opening up a can of worms as owners probably don't want to do. So I'll be interested if this dude gets punished and is forced to give up the Clippers, because I don't think it's going to happen.
Let me tell you something, man. Some of these players, they have to realize this. In any type of business model or whatever, you know, your workforce, okay, they're the ones that drive everything. They drive the revenue. They drive the money. And the owners, they do employ you or whatever and stuff like this, but you're still their commodity, okay? If the players, like they're saying, try to have one voice and unite, you know what I mean? And they, like, for example, right now, Mark Jackson's like, the fans should boycott the game. Now, that kind of sucks because they're in the middle of a series. That'd be great for Mark Jackson and the fucking Golden State Warriors, but then the Clippers have a home game and they're going to have no fans there.
Right. If this was the regular season and not the playoffs, I'm all for the boycotting. But these guys have busted their ass all season long to get here. So for them to have to give up what they've worked so hard for, and look, there's no guarantees. There's no guarantees you'll be back to the playoffs next year.
No. You know, I mean, I tell you, if you want to freak everything out, fucking every team say fuck it, nobody's showing up to play basketball.
Yeah, all the teams should get together and just we're done playing.
Saying we're done. Okay, fuck your television contracts, everything. We're striking immediately. If they did that, then all the other owners would be like, excuse me, especially the owners that have playoff teams right now. They'll be like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, they'd be like, excuse me, Dougie. They'd be, dude. Right now would be the best time in the world to be a private eye, because if I'm an owner, I would get a private investigator to investigate me, find out everything he can about me before I cast a vote or throw a stone or before I do anything. Because like I said, this is all going to fall back on the owners and what they think they can do and get away with.
Yeah, but in this day and age, that private eye will turn right around and sell that information to somebody else for a cool million.
And then you shoot them.
Right. And then you shoot them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know any other way. I mean, what else do you do, Kevin? I mean, it's truly like the NBA commissioner has no pull. He literally, he's just a puppet. He's got his hands cuffed on this one, and so very few people. So you got Al Sharpton on one phone line calling you. You got Jesse Jackson on the other phone line calling you. You got Magic Johnson talking about, I'm ready to buy the team. No, the guys with the $1 billion behind you, they're ready to buy the team. You'll just be the face. Ask Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you want to talk about, you're just on a slippery slope and you're heading straight down it. Like, this guy's been the commissioner for 72 hours. Yeah. I know it's been longer than that, but I mean, he's fucked.
Oh my God. I know. I know. It's just a fucking hot mess, you know. And the bottom line is, if he's the owner, nobody's going to want to come play for that guy.
No,
hell, he's fucked this season. Like Doc Rivers is always talking about, I don't know if I want to come back. Anybody who has a contract, they're rolling out. And you know what? They might just go right next door to the Lakers. Lakers will probably fucking sit around with their cocks hard in their hand right now.
The most logical thing I've heard right now is if this guy doesn't, this guy should literally give up ownership. And if he doesn't want to give up ownership, you absolve the team, take all those players and the whole team, and you put them with their current salary, and you put them into a draft, and you draft them.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, that's I don't know. I mean, in reality, Donald Sterling should just seriously just step aside. He should be like, you know what? I screwed up. I was obviously need some sensitivity training. Go ahead and take the Clippers. Give ownership over to the NBA. Let the NBA own the team, and then sell it off to the highest bidder. Done.
That motherfucker is all about. He ain't giving shit.
No,
He's
he ain't giving a goddamn thing up. And in reality, if this was a business, if this was a private business, what he said, you would have to make consumers stop buying his product. If I put a product out on the market and I was selling millions upon millions upon millions of them, and I came out and made the remarks that he said and told my Mexican girlfriend not to be seen in public with African Americans or anyone else, and that got out.
That makes up 80% of the league.
Right. It would then fall on the consumer to stop buying my product. You couldn't force me to sell it. You can't do that. But when you enter into the NBA where the other teams decide who's going to own and who's not, it's a little bit different. That's why you can't say these things, and it's sad that anyone still has that mentality. That's I think
it's sad that it affects them. And it's sad. And one of the things that's sad about it is it affects the players. Like these guys still, even though they make millions of dollars, you see how excited people. I mean, look at the guys like Karl Malone. These guys that never won a ring. Or people when these guys, since the time they're kids playing fucking basketball, they've said their dream is to be an NBA champion. You know what I mean? And that's still in the back of a lot of their minds. They're making a run, and that's, that's their goal. That's the ultimate goal and the pinnacle of them, what they've done their whole fucking life to this point. And it's like, this guy's fucking it up for him. I mean, that's the fucking sad part about it all. It's like, I don't know what is going to happen. I feel bad. I'll tell you what, Adam Sterling, he's got a lot of fucking weight on his shoulders, dude.
Yeah, I feel bad for Chris Paul. Half of Blake Griffin. I feel bad for Matt Barnes. I mean,
yeah. I mean, these guys are, they're doing something.
You didn't hear that?
I know half of Matt Barnes because
half of Blake Griffin. Damn it!
Oh, I thought you said half of Matt Barnes too. He's half too.
I feel bad for all of Matt Barnes.
The whole team is half. We just put them together, and then you got a whole person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It sucks. It sucks to be those guys in this situation because, like I said, I think if it was a regular season, the Clippers would just stop playing.
Yeah. Yeah. They were saying J.J. Redick was madder than any of them motherfuckers.
Well,
it's fucked up.
He's probably more ghetto than anyone else on that team too. I mean, he went to Duke University where the lacrosse team gets it in.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up. Anyway, everybody, we're gonna wrap it the fuck up. Thoughts and comments below. George, take care. Keep holding Philly down, brother. I will get with you soon.
See you. Bye.
Later.